And people really think I ain't got no teeth and shit. Y'all starting to look at me different. That's why I was a little skeptical about posting that video anyway. But I do got teeth under these veneers. I promise you I do. Okay? These are just, they just look nice. You know how your teeth yellow and shit? I know your teeth look like cheese. But I ain't want my teeth like that, so I went and got them done and I enhanced them and shit. And you know, if you had the money to do it and you knew the process and you wasn't scared of getting your teeth cut and shit, when you realize in your brain, your teeth don't mean nothing. You don't need your teeth, bro. Your original teeth, you don't need them, okay? You can get veneers and you just look better. You just smile better. Look, I just look cuter than you. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point of the veneers and shit. So it's like, stop playing with me like I ain't got no teeth. Cause it's pissing me off. I paid too much money for my smile for y'all to be trying to clown me. And just for that, I ain't even being open about my shit no more, bro. We gonna go ahead and eat this, man. It's raw tuna. I'm gonna take my first bite. I'm really not a picky eater. I'm stuttering and shit, but I'm not a picky eater. So I'm gonna try this. Answer a few questions. I like to do Q&As and stuff, but I'm about to go ahead and take a bite. Comment below if y'all be eating this too, man. It's not that bad, it's just a little weird. The texture just feels a little too alive for me. I like eating cooked food, but I am a little hungry, so it probably tastes a little better than what it do, but it's all they eat out here, so. Somebody said, when you dropping too much smoke? One of these Wednesdays, I'm gonna drop it. Like I said, I'm dropping every Wednesday. Eventually, I want to get it to like 2 songs a week. I just feel like my music channel right now is a little dead, bro. Like I remember like probably like 2 years ago, getting 1 million views on a song wasn't shit. Like it was easy, it was light. Now I'm just completely humbled, bro. Like sometimes my shit don't even be hitting the M. I'm like, what's going on? So I'm like, let me go ahead and get this momentum back up and just start dropping. That's really what my mindset at now. So I'm gonna just keep dropping and dropping and dropping. Eventually, if this shit don't pick up after a few songs, I'm gonna start dropping 2 songs a day. I really already talked with my label and shit. I'm like, bro, y'all just gonna have to let me put the work in and do what I gotta do to get this shit going. So I just don't like when people sleep on my music because I feel like my music is really, really good. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe if I keep dropping, you know what I'm saying, you would probably click on it and start listening when you finally see the shit moving and shit. But honestly, as long as my face is relevant, my music will always have a chance to get to that point and I get that hit or whatever. But music industry right now is just a shaky industry right now, bro. Like everybody numbers is low, people selling below average now and shit. And it's like, I just feel like hip hop in general is not where it used to be. It's just like, it's so much music coming out every single week. It's too much for people to digest. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm like, I gotta get with the program. I gotta get with the speed and shit. That's why I fuck with Youngboy and shit, cause that nigga be dropping like YouTube videos. He be dropping his music like vlogs. And I'm like, that's how I should be dropping. He the biggest artist on YouTube. And I feel like that's something that I should be focused on doing. Like I should be focused on getting the YouTube numbers and dropping frequent music and just dropping and dropping and dropping. The thing that stopped me though is the business of it. The business takes the fun out of music, and I'm starting to realize, fuck the business, I get to the business afterwards. So that goes for any producer. I'm not negotiating with y'all niggas no more. I'm not doing none of that. I'm dropping it. You got a problem with me dropping on your songs? Sue me, nigga. I don't give a fuck. So I'm just gonna keep dropping and dropping and dropping. I ain't waiting no more, man, because these niggas fucking up my mojo. I get in the studio, make 3 songs, and them bitches sit in the archive for ages, bro. If I dropped all my songs already that I got in the archive without thinking about the business, I would have been had another hit. So it's like, I'm just not waiting no more. But Too Much Smoke is dropping one of these Wednesdays or Fridays or anything. So let's get it. When you going on tour, I don't know yet. Setting it up right now. After all the success you've been getting, where do you see yourself in 5 years? 5 years, I'll be 30, which is crazy to say. 5 years, I want to be up at least 50, 100, 50 mil, something. Liquid. Fuck the assets. I want it to be liquid. So I'm just focused on like really going crazy and just driving and shit like that. I'm more getting in a business mindset, thinking like, you know what I'm saying, the music and the YouTube and all of this is cool, but this ain't what's gonna get me to the billions. This ain't what's gonna get me to where I really wanna go. What's gonna get me where I really wanna go is a business that make me money in my sleep. And I'm realizing that as I get older, I gotta start worrying about what business I'm gonna make off of this. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna be generational wealth after this, you know? Are you gonna collab with Lil TJ? I don't know, I would though. Like, I fuck with his music. And this nigga he don't even know this, but I prayed for that nigga, bro. Like, when that shit happened, I'm like, man, that shit fucked up. I hope that nigga pushed through and shit. You know, I ain't gonna consider us like best friends or no shit like that, but I fuck with dog. Any type of situations we ever had in the past, it's never been like blatant disrespect or nothing like that. So it's like, I fuck with him. I got a lot of respect for him. And I'm glad he made it through all that hard shit. And he's still dropping, still doing his thing. So watching this, bro, I'm proud of you, man. Do you prefer recording at home or in the studio? I like recording in the studio. I feel like it just make you want to work because you know you're paying so much money for that session. So I like recording in the studio. That's really like where I mostly like to work, get my work done. I know I'm paying money. So it's like, I ain't got no choice but to work. So used to be at the crib, but now it's the studio. Why don't you work with writers for hooks if everybody else does? They're not playing fair. When I first got signed, that whole Valedictorian album, I used a lot of writers, different niggas that I don't even know. I used a lot of writers on that, and it just didn't feel like me. It didn't feel authentic or whatever. But if you came to me right now and you said, you played me a song that was extremely hard, and I heard that bitch, and you told me I can have it, I'm gonna take that motherfucker. I feel like it's like, it doesn't matter about writers. Like, all these niggas use writers. Michael Jackson and shit and motherfucking the biggest niggas in the world use writers. You gotta realize our brain can't reach every subject. We can't talk about every single thing. And you think like, how do these artists think of this shit? A lot of them use writers because they can't think that far. Like, niggas run out of shit to rap about. Ever since that Valedictorian album, I've been more into writing myself, expanding my pen, and I honestly feel like, even like I might be doing it as a joke, like writing for woo-wop and shit, but I enjoy it. So it's like I'm thinking about like writing for other people because I can say what I want to say and there ain't no rap cap or nothing. I can literally create a story for somebody else in my own flow and shit like that. So I be thinking about writing for other people sometimes because I do got a publishing deal and I am a certified writer. But for my own music, I like writing myself. I don't really like people in the studio with me. So I really like working alone now. It feels more authentic to me. But, you know what I'm saying, if a nigga stop by and he, you know what I'm saying, he drop a hook off or something that's just amazing, I'm definitely gonna use it. But if I don't like it myself, I'm not gonna use it. So, but for the most part, I don't really like using writers unless it's just like extremely good. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these sessions, that's how niggas eat. A lot of these niggas be writers. They just come in the studio. You don't even know what it is. Then they might start freestyling some shit that just sounds so hard. You wasn't even thinking of that. You like, you know what I'm saying? That's what they here for. That's how they make their money. Nigga writing you a hit, bro. Take it. Take it, take it, take it. But lately, I have not been in the studio with writers at all.